Hey guys, e.l.f. here, and today I wanted to do a review of a foundation. If you saw the title, you already know it is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I know this is not a new foundation, but it is a foundation that I have been using consistently for the past like 2 months at least now, and I have a lot of thoughts on it, and I realized that I don't really review a lot on my channel, and that was a goal that I had for this year, was to actually give you guys reviews of more items as opposed to just doing project panning, empties, stuff like that. I know I do my reviews in my empties, but I wanted to do individual reviews as well. These might not be as watched because they might be older products, but that's okay with me. I still want to put these up on my channel for anybody that has my same skin concerns and, you know, skin color, stuff like that, if that helps you at all. So let's get started. I do want to preface this by saying I do have very dry winter skin. It is February, so I have hydrated, moisturized, I have washed my face, I have prepped my face, I have done everything to get my face ready because I do know this is a very thick drying foundation. And I have 3 colors here to show you 3 different shades. I have Porcelain, Sand, and Buff, so I will swatch them all like so on my cheek so that you guys can see exactly what the color looks like. And then I plan on actually doing my face and then showing you basically a wear test for the day, telling you what I think about it, and putting makeup on top, showing you guys how it blends, stuff like that. So let's get right into it. I want to really get a good feel for what you guys think on this foundation as well. It is a higher coverage foundation. It is only 0.68 fluid ounces. I believe there's like 7 shades in the range. If I'm wrong, I will comment it down below in the description box. But like I said, let me get them. I have the 3 different shades here. Let me make sure they are in order. So I have Porcelain here. This one in the middle is Sand, and then this one here is Buff. And they are definitely not the right tone for me. So Porcelain is too light, as you can see. Sand is too dark, as you can see. And Buff is much too dark. Buff is like my darkest tan color. So what I have been doing for the last 2 months is I have been mixing Porcelain and Sand together, more so Porcelain than Sand, and it has been turning out to be a very good color. So that's what I'm going to do today. I do use a beauty blender. This is the actual beauty blender, the original. I did get it in a kit over Christmas, and I have been using this and I have been liking it. But another sponge that I highly recommend is the Flower Beauty sponge, which is dirty right now, hence the reason I'm using this one, which is also slightly dirty. Whatever. Okay, so let's get onto it. So like I said, I'm gonna give you 3 different like wops of skin so you guys can see. So this is Porcelain on my face there. You know what, I'm going to really zoom you in. So that is Porcelain on my face. As you can tell, it is quite too light for me. So then this one here is Sand. Oh, that wasn't quite enough for you to actually see it. That one there is Sand. As you can tell, it's like the slightest bit too dark for me right now. Finally, I have the darkest shade that I can handle on my face, basically in the shade Buff. This is my most used one. It's like the most empty one that I have, but I haven't used it in quite a while. It is a very deep tone compared to the other 2. When comparing the 3, Porcelain is definitely more yellow toned and Sand is more orange toned. Hence the reason I've been mixing them together, because I do get more of a neutral tone from the 2. When I look at the shade Buff, it is the nicer tone that I actually like the cooler neutral tone. But it's just too dark right now. I can't use that. I could probably use that as a liquid bronzer right now, but yeah, I definitely can't use that as a color that can actually go all over my face. So I am going to be wiping off the Buff color because that's just way too dark. There we go. I don't want to wipe off the other two because I'm just going to be blending them in anyways. So basically what I am doing is using Porcelain first and just spreading that all over my face, or just like on my cheeks basically. Did I? I don't even know. So I just put a fair amount of this one on. Okay. And then I have sand. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, only I only do one pump of sand and spread it around. So I am gonna look in a mirror. Sorry if I'm looking down to blend, but otherwise I'm gonna look crazy trying to figure out how to blend this in. I do have my little Tarte mirror that's really, really good. So I basically just pat, pat, pat. You guys know how to blend with a beauty blender or a sponge. That's just how I generally do it, is the same way as basically anybody else. I tend to drag my foundation a bit too, especially if it's thicker like this one. This one is a much thicker foundation than I typically like, a lot more full coverage. And I tend to drag it a bit more than my other foundations because I don't want to have to put on any more to cover my little spots. So once I get it all blended in on the bottom part here, I will show you what it looks like on my forehead versus my cheeks. So I probably missed a couple spots, but whatever. So as you guys can see, I have some redness here. I do have some splotchiness on my forehead that I have been working on getting rid of, but I feel like it definitely covers any of my imperfections pretty well, especially on camera. I wouldn't wear this on an everyday basis. I only use this really for on camera, because when I did wear it for like every day, my husband is like, oh my god, you have so much makeup on. And I'm like, it's really not a lot. It's just so thick and full coverage that he's not used to seeing it. So yeah, I have been sticking to wearing this for basically on camera purposes only, and it has been working pretty well for that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up my forehead really quick and then let you guys know what I'm gonna do next. Okay guys, so that is my full face with the foundation. I do think it has a satiny natural finish to it. It's definitely not matte and it's definitely not glowy in my opinion. It is, for me, one of my most high coverage foundations that I own. I don't love it for that reason because, like I said, I can't really wear this every day. It does feel a little itchy on my face every time I wear it because it is so full coverage. My skin can't quite breathe. I tend to break out if I have it on for more than like 8 to 10 hours, which is really unfortunate because I don't want to have my foundation making my skin break out. Hence the reason I am trying to finish, I think, yeah, all 3 of these bottles this year. I will not be repurchasing them once I do, because for my full coverage foundation, I did do a review on this one as well. It's the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation in the shade Nude. I actually like this one for filming more. Even though it is quite a bit more expensive, I do like that one more. It doesn't make my face break out and it doesn't make my skin itchy. Like right now I can tell already I'm itchy by my nose. Oh my god, I'm trying not to like actually itch it to like rub it off. But it is so itchy and this happens every single time. Let me know if you think that these are old, which is why it's itchy. I know it's not my beauty blender. I literally just got this one out like 2 weeks ago, and I've washed it quite a few times since with the same wash I wash basically everything with, and that's never irritated my skin. But yeah, so this is the final color. It is a little bit darker than my neck, which means I should have used more porcelain than I did sand. But whatever, we're going with it. I am going to conceal my eyes, and then I'm going to do cream or liquid highlighter and show you how it sits on top of my skin. And then I'm gonna powder and we'll go from there. I'm using the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer Pen in the shade Ivory. I'm just trying to get this used up, honestly. So that's how my eyes look. This one is concealed and this one is not. I do have a little bit of little bit. I do have a little bit of darkness and baggage around my eyes. I did not sleep very well last night, and I did take a nap today, like for 3 hours, which has become a thing for me lately on my days off because I've been so exhausted and not sleeping well. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna do my other eye. Okay, so now I'm going to use my, what is this? Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight in the shade Moonstone. This is in one of my project pans, I'm not even sure which one. And I have like a significant amount of product gone out of there, which I'm happy about, but I really, really like this product. The more I've been using it, the more I've been loving it. So basically what I do is just get one doe foot full, do 3 on this side, 3 on that side, and then I will just blend it in over top of the liquid foundation. So I do feel like this foundation specifically holds very well, like holds up to other products going on top. The only kind of breakdown that I have throughout the day is because of the fact that my skin is so dry. Even though I crazy moisturize and crazy prime and prep and everything to my skin, it still breaks down around my nose, my forehead, and my chin, especially if I blow my nose throughout the day. It's like gone out of my nose, which is really annoying to me, but you know, I don't know. That's why I tend to just use this for filming and not for my everyday work life or anything like that. So you guys can see I definitely have a little bit of glow on my highlight area, and sometimes I will put that down my nose, just whatever is left, over top of my lip, whatever. And because I haven't really used this buff shade in a long time, and this is an e.l.f. foundation review, I do want to try this as a liquid bronzer or contour color and kind of just see how it works, if I end up liking it. We're just going to go with it and just kind of test it out. What, baby?
So cute!
You're so funny. Oh, don't touch my face, please. It's all wet. School bus. Okay, I was looking at my viewfinder to try to get my contour spots, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it. So I did do the tiniest bit on my nose, just whatever was left over on my hand. And I'm just gonna blend this out on my cheek. Uh-oh. Do you guys ever have that issue where your hair just like completely gets in the way? Okay, so far I'm not loving how this is layering on as a liquid bronzer, but to be completely honest, I don't really do a liquid bronzer all that often. So that could just be user error, but I don't know, I guess it looks okay. I'm not like totally mad at it, but I feel like it's getting quite dark now. You know what I mean? Okay, you guys, leave me a comment down below on what you think about that liquid contour bronzer type. I'm going to use my Ulta Mineral Setting Powder and just pick up a little bit of it for my line here. Just to kind of brighten up that area because I feel it is quite dark. Okay, and then I don't tend to bake under my eyes because it makes my eyes extremely, and I mean extremely dry and cracked and just looks horrible. So I am going to use my Winky Lux Diamond Powder in the shade Medium. This one I'm just going to rub all over my eye area. It is quite a bit, it has like a little bit of sheen to it. I will show you that there. I do have quite a bit of pan on it, which is why I'm really trying to use it up, but I really do like it for this area. And I basically just set everything around my eye with it. And then I tend to go on the tip of my nose, on the brightest part, and a little bit on my forehead, just to kind of make it so my wrinkles don't come out. Not that I really have wrinkles that much, like, let's be real, I'm 27, but, you know, just in case. That is what my eyes look like now with the concealer on and everything. Now I'm going to powder the rest of my face. And I am going to use the loose setting powder. I really like to use my loose setting powder with my thicker foundations. It seems to sit nicer on my skin, and it doesn't seem to let the foundation break down as easily. It seems, I have used like my powder foundations, I have used other like pressed powders like loose setting powders and stuff like that, but I tend to like not a completely white loose setting powder, which is why I really like the Ulta one, because it's not completely white. So let me get some in my little container lid here and show you guys what I'm gonna do. So I do like to use an extremely large fluffy brush for this process, and as you guys can see, I just have some in my lid here. My skin looks quite dark, so I'm really, I don't know if I'm loving that contour color. But anyways, I just get some on my brush, tap off the excess, close my eyes, and rub it all over my face. So, well, I'm holding my breath, so here we go. I also like this loose setting powder specifically on this foundation because it gives me like a matte, like satin matte finish. I really, really like that about this. And I just think the combination of these two makes me like the e.l.f. foundation a little bit more, which is weird to me because normally if I don't like a foundation, I just don't like it. But this with the powder really does make me like it a little bit more. It sits nicer on my skin, and I think it just like blends everything together a little bit better. As you guys can see, the liquid highlight is still kind of peeking through, but not as crazy of a highlight. I could definitely just use some mascara and go out like this. I am not one that's afraid to go out without my makeup on. I go to work at the hospital all the time without my makeup, so I am not one to shy away from that. And you know, people may judge me or whatever, but I really don't care. I love makeup, I love doing it, I enjoy talking about it and seeing other people doing it, but it's not my entire life, and I don't feel like I need that to be beautiful. If you know what I mean. And I hope you guys feel the same way. Not saying that people that do wear foundation and makeup every single day need that to be beautiful, but you know, just be comfortable in your own skin. That's kind of how I feel about it. So anyways, this is the foundation on. I am gonna go put the rest of my makeup on off camera and then talk to you a little bit more about final numbers, and then I'm gonna come back later and show you if the foundation has broken down at all, which I already know it's going to because I already have to blow my nose. But I want to give you a close-up of my skin right now. So I think it looks really, really good. Oh my God, my nose is so dry. I'm so sorry if you like see that dryness on my nose. It's like my nose skin peeling off. Anyways, I don't think it has broken down at all on my face. I'm not gonna go crazy with my makeup today. I'm gonna do a very simple makeup look. I'm gonna film like 1 to 2 videos, and then I am going to come back and show you guys how it looks. And yeah. So I'm gonna finish my makeup and then I'll be right back. This is my final makeup look of the day. I have not put on any mascara or spray, just to kind of show you what it looks like before I do. When I put on spray, it tends to have like a glowy effect to my skin. So I just wanted to show you what my skin looks like beforehand. I do think it looks really nice. I will say, when I initially put it on, as much as I think it's a little bit too full coverage for me, I do really like it at first. But throughout the day, when it starts to break down, when I start to blow my nose, when I start to eat and talk more, it tends to break down quite a bit more than I would like. And I don't like that fact about this foundation. Like I said, I don't particularly go for super full coverage foundations anyways, but this one, I don't know, because it is so affordable. It is only $6 a bottle. No, you don't get a full 1 fluid ounce, but at $6 a bottle, I mean, you're getting a full coverage foundation for a very, very affordable price, and you can find it at basically any department store, drugstore. I can find it at my local Meijer, Target, Walmart, anywhere that basically sells e.l.f. e.l.f. also does a lot of free shipping and buy one get one half off deals on their website, so you can definitely do it there. They are also sold at Ulta, I think, so you can also like add one on to get your number up to the free shipping number. And Peanut wants to say hi. You can say hi.
Hi.
Anyways, so this is my take on this foundation. I would not repurchase it, but I do really like it for the time being, and I do want to finish all 3 bottles up before the end of the year, simply because it's going bad. Like, I've had these foundations for at least 3 to 4 years now, and I'm ready to get some foundations out of my collection, and these ones are one of my oldest. So yes, I will check in with you guys later on in the day before I take my makeup off to show you how it looks, and yeah, go from there. So like I said, I'm not in love with it, but I do think it is worth this $6. I'm not personally going to repurchase it unless I need a full coverage foundation, which I have quite a few and I don't go through them quickly. So anyways, I will see you guys all back in a little bit. Okay guys, so this is my first check-in with this foundation. I can definitely see it breaking apart about where my hairline is. I don't know if that's because I layered that other darker color on top there or what, but it definitely does seem to be breaking down there, as well as around my nose a little bit, and the tiniest bit of my chin. You can already see my redness kind of poking out. I did eat dinner with the boys. I did cook dinner, and I have been kind of just hanging out with them. I am gonna go do some workouts in my bedroom, so I'm kind of curious to see how it affects my foundation. I don't plan on getting too sweaty, simply because I do want to do some other things tonight, and I'm kind of enjoying this makeup look right now. My lipstick is a little off. I just put on lipstick because I had just eaten, so my lipstick that I had on previously kind of just rubbed off. So I'm trying to use up this red lipstick in my lip service project with the Fantastic Ladies, so I'm just using it. And I really like this red on me. I think it's a great red, but nonetheless, this is about the foundation. Yeah, I think it looks really good. I think it's, as far as filming goes, I definitely think it's filmable, if that makes sense. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. I will give you a check-in at the very end of the day after I do my workouts and after I get my son to bed, and I have to clean my office because it is a hot mess, especially after I film and post some videos and stuff like that. So let me do that. Okay guys, so this is gonna be my final check-in for the night. It has been about 7 hours that I've had this makeup on, and I am ready to clean my face and go to sleep. I am so tired, and I did want to show you guys, it is breaking apart a bit in my hairline here. It does look quite dark and quite dry up here. It definitely broke down a bit by my nose here, as to be expected, as well as my chin area here. It is like not as covered up as it should be, and I don't know, but as far as like the face is like concerned, it looks very flawless, very pretty. None of my redness is poking through. I think it looks really, really great as far as that goes. I can definitely feel it on my skin. For instance, when I wear my Essence Pure Nude Makeup Natural Finish No Makeup Feel foundation, I literally don't even feel anything on my skin. So it is quite annoying to me that I can actually feel my foundation sitting on my skin. And like when I feel my hairline, like where the edges of the makeup are, I just don't like the way it feels. It doesn't feel good to me. So, but I think overall, like my cheek area, it looks really, really nice. My eyes still look really nice. Like the makeup that sits on top of the foundation very well. But I do get, you know, breakouts if I wear this too long. Hence the reason why I don't want to wear it anymore tonight. I am ready to take my makeup off. I am ready to go and lay down and cuddle with my son. And I don't know, put on a movie on my phone or something and pass out for the night and go from there. So Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you have any thoughts about the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you are curious about me reviewing any other product in my collection that you've seen in any of my collection videos, haul videos, unboxings, anything like that, please let me know, because I am planning on doing a lot more kind of review style videos in the future, because I don't want to just be a project panning video or channel. I really want to do more reviews and let you guys know kind of how I feel about the makeup too. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.